My greetings to you, my fellow medical professional, medical practitioner or researcher, immunologist, my dear fellow human. I'm Dr.Dmytro. I'm talking to you from this cozy studio in our International University of Bioregenerative Sciences. And I was just reviewing the curriculum for the first semester in the Masters of Sciences in Biological Regenerative Sciences. And probably if you are watching this video, you have some interest in regenerative medicine. Probably you are looking for some form of fellowship or a master degree or maybe even a PhD in regenerative medicine. And years ago, I was in the same situation as you. Although I'm a conventional doctor and I'm an academician in conventional medical education and a PhD holder and clinician. However, regenerative medicine and especially the science behind this was always my passion. So I can say that I'm an enthusiast in a way. And I also believe in experience. There are a lot of things, a large chunk of things that I research, and I'm a very skeptical person, so I double check and triple check. I doubt everything that I see. I want to learn it, literally feel it on my own skin, experience it, and that's what I've been doing for many, many years. So when I embarked on that journey, I was really fascinated by the science behind the regenerative medicine. And my mentors, either physical, those who were my lecturers and professors during my postgraduate study and during my postdoctorate in many countries and in many universities, and as well as my colleagues, because I'm learning from my colleagues. Some of them are not medical doctors, some of them are researchers or cell biologists in genetics or in immunology, in non-clinical studies, non-clinical science. And that's totally fine, because that empowered me with the actual, factual, fundamental knowledge behind that. And with that, everything that I do in my clinical practice or in my research practice as well, it gives a special meaning, a different meaning, a better understanding of what I do, of how I do it, and why I do it. And it gives me also a better understanding of the future, of where I'm heading to, about the expectations, the outcomes, where all this is gonna take me and my patients and the people whom I see, or the people whom I work with, or the people whom I treat, for the matter of fact. So let's look at the program, just a brief introduction, not gonna take much of your time. I'm gonna introduce you into regenerative medicine, give you history, the background of it. It's a very new science. It's about 20 years, a bit more than that, years old. It doesn't exist as a medical specialty or subspecialty, for the matter of fact, probably anywhere in the world. However, there are some institutions who put this effort, or they have some first few steps in trying to bring this to a medical community. So important is that we're going to talk about different approaches that regenerative science and medicine use, such as the biomaterials, gene therapy, RNA interferences, the peptides, small molecules, stem cells, how to design clinical trial or how to design research in bioregenerative sciences. Most importantly, we will talk about the physiology and the pathophysiology of aging as a whole, and we're going to dissect different systems and organs. We're going to talk about those biological processes that are happening on the organic level, on the tissue level, on the cellular level and on the molecular level. So it's a science of physiology, science of biochemistry, chemistry, genetics, cell biology, all those valuable knowledge, valuable notion that will help you to grow as a practitioner, will help you to grow as a physician, will help you to grow as a researcher, will help you to grow as an academician, for the matter of fact, as well, to a very large extent. We're going to talk about what happens to different systems, such as cardiovascular system or our central nervous system, digestive tract, our endocrine system, how they age, and what can be done to reverse those changes. You can debate whether they are physiological or pathological changes. By the way, we openly invite all our applicants and all our students to engage in a very daring and critical conversation with us, with our team. I openly encourage all of you to doubt what you read, what you learn. Bring it up to us. We're going to doubt it together. We're going to dissect all the knowledge that is out there, being generated by so many people and scientists and medical practitioners, or non-medical practitioners and researchers. We're going to do it together. It's a relatively new science, and the data that we employ is also new, and it's a very dynamic process. Another very important aspect: we are not an authoritarian university. We are actually here for you. It is important for us that whatever you learn helps in your career development, helps in your practice, helps in what you do in your daily professional activity. And through that, we want to help people whom you are helping. We want to help your clients, we want to help your patients. What does it mean? It means that when you join our course, any form of fellowship, probably it's less for the master degree, but it's definitely more for the PhD level. We will look into your professional background and into your line of expertise and what you actually do on a daily basis. We are not going to superimpose and just teach you what we want to teach you. We want you to learn those things which will really benefit you and your patients. What does it mean in simpler terms? Well, practically it means that for every student, every applicant, and a higher level of education it is, to a more extent it will be employed, the actual program, educational program, will be catered and designed individually. Not, of course, 100%, because there are some fundamentals that you have to know, fundamentals, chemistry, biochemistry, in genetics, in general medicine as well, in pathology, in physiology, but there are also specialties or nuances, if I dare use this word, which also have to be added on to your educational program. And to a large extent, it will be based on the research. It will teach you not only how to do lab research and all, which you might not need, but it will teach you the methodology of the research and, most importantly, the content research. So from what I know, from what I've learned out there, going on all around the world, and learning from other associations and universities and academies, is pretty much unique. To my knowledge, there's not much of academical institutions that offer that kind of program to people who already have their existing practice, who already probably realized, and you might be thinking that you have realized yourself to 100%. Well, I'm very sure there's always more. We're also going to talk about various theories of aging. We're going to go through the theories of aging which have been existed there for years or decades. Maybe some of them have proven wrong. Some of them are still valid. Maybe we can use some of those concepts, but not all of it. But we're going to teach about epigenetic mechanisms of aging, about proteostasis, about cellular senescence, about inflammation. It's probably some of the terms that you haven't heard, or they're not even being talked about or taught in conventional medical systems. Well, and that's fine. That's fine, because we're here together with you to make our future better, to make ourselves better in future, and to contribute to the development of the medical science and the biological science to improve this scientific field. So I'm looking forward seeing you as one of the members of the student faculty of the International University of Bioregenerative Sciences. Dr. Dmytro, always at your service.